Greetings, Clobber'S. Welcome to another late edition, better late than never edition of Clobby'S Comics Corner Spinning Rack Time Machine. This will be for April 1972, week 3. And just a quick rundown, if you're just running across this video for the first time, please check out the channel and the other things I do in here. Like and subscribe if you would, only if you really do, only if you mean it. And of course, these videos here, I do a lot of streaming about comics and Star Trek and things, but these videos are about my spinner rack time machine. It is my TARDIS in the shape of a early 70s Bronze Age spinner rack. Hey kids, comics. You go in and you just, what I show you is, we pretend that it's like like your local comic shop with your pull list. I don't think many of them, the few comic shops that were around back then 50 years ago to the week, which this is, had pull list, but if they did, these would have been anywhere from 10, 12 or whatever picks that I would choose each week. And that's what I do each week here with the video. Then the next day I do a shorter one where I just show you some of the comics that I did not choose. So today, for week 3, April 1972, 50 years to the week, I will now show you the comics on my pull list, Clobby'S pull list. And again, you know, I'm old enough to, I was pretty young at that time. Now, I combine my young insensibilities with these selections with my with my old ones as well, too. But still a kid at heart. And I'm just a Bronze Age baby. What can I tell you? So we will start out with Star Spangled War Stories number 163. Story and art. Bob Haney. Yes, Mr. Earthby himself. Mr. Continuity, Dan Spiegel on the art. And story 2 is a reprint. They did a lot of reprint in DC back then. Boy, that's what I talk about that a lot in my videos. Reprint All-American Minute War number 114. Robert Kanigher on the story and the legendary Joe Kubert on the art. Story art 3, also reprint from All-American Minute War number 8. And by David Kahn and Carmen Infantino with a super nice Joe Kubert cover. Submariner number 51. I gotta love the subby. Those are some great comics back then. Story and art by his creator, who had come back for a brief stint at Marvel. All too brief, I would say anyway. The master, Bill Everett, one of the all-time comic book great artists. And of course, and creators and writers. And so back on his own character, and of course with that's a great interior stuff by him, and an extremely cool cover by, of course, another giant of the industry, the great Gil Kane, inked by Frank Giacoia. Dark Shadows, number 14 from Gold Key. Why not? We like to give these Gold Keys a little bit of love. They didn't get much before. Story DJ Arneson, art Joe Cerda, cover by the great painter of Gold Key covers, George Wilson. Justice League of America number 99. Story and art Mike Friedrich, Dick Dillon, and Joe Giella on the pencils and inks there. The great Dick Dillon. Story art number 2, reprint from Adventure Comics number 51, Gardner Fox, Craig Flessel. Always said Flessel and Fleessel, and I was never really sure. Sorry if I messed that up. Story art 3, Flash Comics. It's a reprint from Flash Comics number 98. Robert Kanigher, Carmen Infantino, Frank Giacoia with a nice Nick Cardy cover. Superman number 253. Story and art by the great team of Denny O'Neil and Kurt Swan with Murphy Anderson on the inks. That means, of course, the art is by my favorite Superman team, the Swanderson team. Love them. Love it. Story art 2 is a reprint from Real Fact Comics number 12. Not sure who the writer was. It does support some nice Virgil Finlay art. Story art 3, reprint, Superman number 13, Jerry Siegel and Leo Noack. And, of course, cover by Nick Cardy, who was very, very prolific kind of the Ramita of DC in a way, I'd say. Amazing Adventures number 13, featuring the Beast. Still the Gray Beast. He's still the short stint as Gray Beast, but I love it. Story Steve Englehart, art Tom Sutton and Frank Giacoia with a nice John Romita cover, and I do mean senior, of course. Batman number 242, story art number 1 would be Denny O'Neil, Irv Novick, Dick Giordano. Story art number 2, Mike Friedrich, Rich Buckler, Dick Giordano. Story art 3, reprint from Batman number 7, all the way back to Batman number 7. Writer, of course, Bill Finger. Bob Kane gets some kind of credit for penciling, I think. But Jerry Robinson and Joe Russo's probably spiffed up the art to make it look decent, because Bob wasn't really that good, let's be honest. Covered by the great Michael Kaluta. What a nice cover. Love me a Kaluta Batman cover. Going in the Barbarian number 16. The stories by Roy Thomas, of course, and all of the art by the great Barry Windsor Smith, including just an amazing cover when he signed it as Barry Smith, but of course he's Barry Windsor Smith. Night of the Frost Giants. Oh, good Lord. What an amazing run for Conan. That's just definitive for me. The Thomas Smith, Windsor Smith, I should say. Marvel feature number 4 presents The Astonishing Ant-Man. Story, Mike Friedrich and Roy Thomas. Art, Herb Trimpe with a Trimpe cover. And yes, it's not a reprint book. It just looks sort of like one. But no, it wasn't. It had new stuff in it. King Alert, Jack Kirby, King Alert, King Kirby Alert. New Gods number 9. Story and art, well, of course, it's Kirby with Mike Royer inking. And story art number 2, of course, reprinted from Adventure Comics number 78. Joe Simon and Jack Kirby team on both the story and the art. And, of course, the cover by Kirby and Royer, obviously. Hail to the king, baby. Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, number 150. Pardon the pause. Story art 1, John Albano, Jose Delbo, and Bob Oxner on the art there. Story art 2, reprint from Police Comics number 20. It's a Jack Cole Plastic Man reprint. Gotta love those. Jack Cole's brilliant. Story art 3, John Albano, E. Nelson Bridwell, the DC Encyclopedia, of course. Wen Mortimer, Henry Scarpelli, with a Bob Oxner cover. And finally, Boris Karloff's Tales of Mystery number 41. Stories by a whole bunch of people, and of course, the only one we know for sure is Paul S. Newman. No, not that one. With art by High Iceman, Joe Cerda, Oscar Neville, Jack Sparling, and Luis Dominguez. And of course, with a nifty George Wilson painted cover. Yes, indeed. I was working in the lab late one night. Yes. So great stuff. A lot of good comics out this week, of course. As you can see, there were a passel of great comics out in the month of April of 1972. And we've just we've actually seen most of them because we've been through the first 3 weeks. And on the next video, we'll take a look at those a little bit more in depth. Well, not too much in depth. We'll just show you the ones that got away. How about that? So I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight, today, or whenever I release this video. I don't know when I'm releasing it, but it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much, Clobby'S. I know this was a shorter one, even though I had more comics than usual. I have no idea how that works. Just happens, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, it's great to have you here. Please, if you'd like to see my source for a lot of this info, you could do a lot worse than going to the Mike's Amazing World newsstand feature on that. What a great blog site that is. I love it. Those are amazing fellers over there. They're doing an amazing job. You have a link in my description below to all of my Clobby'S Comics Corner Spin Rack Time Machine videos, as well as many others and many other great YouTubers. Please check me out on Monday nights when I talk comics. Basically review classic comics and it's Monday night Mark C Comics Talk, so it's always comic book talk. Wednesday nights kind of open talk, just you and me. Thursday nights, Clobby'S Clubhouse with my wonderful first officer RM Briggs and our chief engineer Mark D with a C. And then Saturday nights is the biggie, the big show where we're reviewing all of real Star Trek. Saturday night Star Trek, all of these are 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So please check those out if you're a Trek fan, if you're a comics fan. I've got mostly streams, but I have these videos for the Spinner Rack Time Machines. And again, they go back to September of 2021. And I'm going to keep doing these for a while, I hope. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long I do them. But thank you so much. If you watch this video, please like and subscribe and share. And but only if you really feel like it. Thank you so much. And, I will play us out with our wonderful outro that was made by my wonderful first officer, RM Briggs. Thank you all so much, and I hope to see you on the next video and on the streams. Clobber on, clobberers.